Did you know that for certain individuals, having their billionaire's private island is not unusual? Naturally, we are discussing a group of extremely wealthy billionaires who own private islands. These folks might do well to invest their money or just brighten their lives by purchasing a private island in Hawaii. Today, I'm going to show you the famous ultra-rich who own entire islands. Before the video begins, please give it a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. Now, let's begin. Number 10. Allen Island, owned by Eric C. Anderson, $13.5 million. A 292-acre or 118-hectare private island bordering Rosario Strait, Allen Island is located in Skagit County in northwest Washington state. The closest city and airport are at Anacortes on Fidalgo Island, which is next to Burroughs Island. It was given this name as a part of the Wilkes expedition in 1841 in memory of Lieutenant William Henry Allen, who died while in charge of the USS Argus 1803 during the War of 1812. The island was bought in 1992 by Microsoft entrepreneur Paul Allen. Allen had planned to construct a holiday home on Allen Island, but in 1996, he decided to switch his preference and purchase a different piece of property in the San Juans. Allen Island was put up for sale in 2005 for $25 million, but no purchasers arrived. 2011 saw Allen make another $13.5 million attempt to sell the island. In the end, he obtained $8 million, selling it in December 2013. Number 9. Robbins Island, owned by Louis Moore Bacon, $11 million. A 435-acre or 1.762 square kilometer island, Robbins Island is located in Peconic Bay at the eastern tip of Long Island, off the shore of New Suffolk, New York. The island, which is not publicly accessible and is privately owned, is under the control of the town of Southold in Suffolk County, New York, in the United States. Wall Street investor Louis Bacon bought Robbins Island in 1993 for $11 million in a bankruptcy court auction. Bacon is the owner of the island. He has made enormous efforts in restoring the abandoned island, even going so far as to import mature oak trees to replace those that were cut down for timber years ago. Hunters decreased an overpopulated deer population, and some non-native grasses were substituted on the island. The eastern mud turtle, one of the state's most abundant turtle species, is found on the island. Number 8. Mungo Island, owned by Mel Gibson, $15 million. Located in the northern Lau group of islands in Fiji, Mungo Island is a volcanic island. The uninhabited island is 22 square kilometers, or 8.5 square miles in size, and is one of the biggest private islands in the Southwest Pacific Ocean. Mel Gibson, an actor and filmmaker, owns the island outright. The little island of Namalata, which is close to Vanuatu and where descendants of the ancient Mungo residents still live, is approximately 14 miles or 23 kilometers southwest of the Fijian capital city of Suva and 166 statute miles from the Mungo. Currently, just a few caretakers of Indo-Fijian heritage live on Mungo Island, which is still mostly underdeveloped. Along with other well-known individuals, actor Mel Gibson now has a property on the Fijian Islands. In 2005, he paid a cool $15 million for the tropical island known as Mungo Island. It's interesting to note that this island is also one of the biggest privately owned islands in the South Pacific. Number 7. Rooster Cay, Long Cay, owned by Eddie Murphy, $15 million. Long Cay, originally Fortune Island, is an island in the Bahamas that is part of the same lagoon as Acklins Island and Crooked Island. It is located in the district of Acklins and Crooked Islands and is 8 square miles or 21 square kilometers in size. It has 29 residents as of 2010. The western arm of Crooked Island is extended by Long Cay, which is to the west of the small lagoon known as the Bight of Acklins, and is connected to it by a canal about 1 mile wide. Alberttown is the largest town and is presently mainly abandoned. Approximately 500 meters from Alberttown was the historic village of Douglastown. The island's Great Salt Pond is located at its center. Christopher Columbus referred to it as Cabo Hermoso and dubbed the southernmost point Windsor Point. Number 6. James Island, owned by Craig McCaw, $19 million. James Island is a town in the South Carolina county of Charleston. It is situated in James Island's central and southern regions. James Island is a part of both the Charleston-North Charleston urbanized area and the Charleston-North Charleston metropolitan statistical area. Tadeusz Kościuszko, a colonel in the Continental Army, commanded the final recorded military engagement of the Revolutionary War against the British on this same island on November 14, 1782, and he almost lost his life in the process. Later, the Continental Congress promoted Kościuszko to the rank of Brigadier General in recognition of his contributions to the North and South, notably his outstanding support of General Gates at the Battle of Saratoga and remarkable work alongside General Greene in defending the South Region Army against Cornwallis's forces, which eventually greatly weakened the British forces under Cornwallis's leadership. Number 5. Musha Cay Islands, owned by David Copperfield, $150 million. A 700-acre or 280-hectare privately owned island, Musha Cay is part of the Exuma chain in the southern Bahamas. It lies 137 kilometers or 85 miles southeast of Nassau. David Copperfield, an illusionist, is the owner of it. Musha Cay is surrounded by 3 smaller islands that protect the seclusion of its visitors. There can only ever be one party of visitors, which can have up to 24 people. Sergey Brin, a co-founder of Google, wed in May 2007 on Musha Cay. Musha Cay was designed by Howard Holtzman. The illusionist designed his own paradise in order to construct yet another magical playground. David Copperfield, the well-known magician, paid $50 million in 2005 for the Musha Cay Islands, a collection of 11 tiny islets in the southern Bahamas. Number 4. Scorpios Island, owned by Ekaterina Rybolovleva, $150 to $200 million. Private island Scorpios, sometimes known as Scorpios, is located in the Ionian Sea, slightly east of the island of Lefkada and off the western coast of Greece. A population of 5 people was recorded in the 2011 census. Administratively, it belongs to the Meganisi municipality in the Lefkada regional unit. The island, which is 83.2 hectares or 205 acres in size, has a twisted shape with primary axes that are 1,500 meters and 1,000 meters apart. It is extensively wooded from south to north and has more than 200 different species of trees that Aristotle Onassis brought to the formerly sparsely populated island. A few of the beaches are sandy, most notably East Beach, which was built by Onassis using sand transported from Salamis Island. Number 3. Necker Island, owned by Richard Branson, 175,000 pounds. A 30-hectare or 74-acre island in the British Virgin Islands, Necker Island is located close to Virgin Gorda. The Virgin Limited Edition collection of luxurious properties includes the island, which is completely owned by Sir Richard Branson, head of the Virgin Group. Up to 40 people may be accommodated on the entire island, and there is additional space for 6 children. The easternmost island in the British Virgin Islands, Necker Island, is situated at latitude 18.55 north and longitude 64.35 west. It is located around 5.9 kilometers or 3.7 miles north of Virgin Gorda and northeast of Prickly Pear Island and Mosquito Island, which is also owned by Branson. The British Virgin Islands are a series of islands located 1,815 kilometers, or 1,128 miles southeast of Miami, Florida, 184 kilometers, or 114 miles directly east of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and around 175 kilometers, or 109 miles northwest of St. Bart's. Number 2. New Holland Island, owned by Roman Abramovich, $400 million. Before Roman Abramovich, a Russian business tycoon, paid $400 million for the 18-acre island, New Holland Island in Russia's St. Petersburg Canal was a military facility. The island is named for the parts of Amsterdam that it resembles. The Triangle Island is currently up for renovation, and Roman Abramovich intends to transform it into a cultural hub. A bid for renovating this island has been issued to architects. In another 6 years, this island's new appearance is anticipated to be unveiled. The island of New Holland, which was established in the middle of St. Petersburg by Peter the Great in 1719, has witnessed the development of Russia's northern capital throughout history, and in its most recent incarnation, stands as a symbol of its future. Number 1. Lanai Island, owned by Larry Ellison, $500 to $600 million. In Hawaii, Larry Ellison doesn't only own a house, he also owns a whole island. Oracle's millionaire founder chose to purchase the property in 2012 after visiting the isolated Hawaiian island of Lanai and falling in love with it. With a $300 million investment, he acquired 98% of the island, which was roughly 90,000 acres of land, a population of 3,200 people, and 2 Four Seasons resorts. Tom Rowlands, the general manager, gave Secret Lives of the Super Rich on CNBC a tour of the Four Seasons Resort Lanai. What it's like to stay at Ellison's 5-star tropical retreat is described here. Visitors are given royal treatment here. You are alone on this island, Rowlands explains. Everything one may want to do is right here for you to do. The hotel's multi-million-dollar collection of Polynesian art gives visitors a taste of the local culture as soon as they check in. Thank you for watching, and please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and enable post alerts to view more of our future videos. After saying that, keep watching our videos, and I'll speak with you in the next one.